Last week, Ray, I told you the great news. Batter's Box.
Ray, pay the...
What up, everybody? It's Batter's Box.
He sent the family text. The Astros got their first win. The Astros got their first win. His son, my nephew, plays coach pitch baseball. And I may have said Orioles last week, but I found out it's the Astros. I may have said the wrong team name, but we're sticking with Astros now. They had the regular season, and they didn't win a single freaking game. They were 0-4. 0-4. 0 for the season. Didn't win a game. So then at the end of the season, I guess they have an end-of-the-season tournament. And they've only had 9 players on their roster the entire season. So all 9 have to show up. All 9 are there. Well, end-of-the-season tournament, only 8 are going to be able to make it, Ray. So they're playing a man down.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's
I
right.
had some help.
Don't be scared. And one got caught in traffic because it was a 5 o'clock game. So they started the game with 7 players, Ray.
That's like my intro. Hour and a half in traffic. Other people deal with that.
They win the game.
Oh.
Their first win of the season. The 8th player showed up in like the 2nd inning, right? And they celebrated like they won the World Series. Batter's Box told me they dumped water on the coach. The kids were going crazy. The kids were jumping up and down. Whoa, just going crazy. Fans were going crazy. Their first win of the season. So that means the next day they have another game because the tournament, they moved on. It was win or go home, and guess what they did?
They won, man.
But, well, I mean, they had to go home because they had to sleep, and then they play the next day.
Is this a consistent thing we're going to talk about your brother's kids? Because I'm fine with Kid Talk 101 with you and Blue's Clues and Bluey and all that stuff, but now your brother's kids are getting brought up. I try to limit Boomer Talk. Dude, how do you know that people have kids? Oh, don't worry. You don't got to worry about it. They'll tell you about it.
How do you know that people do CrossFit?
They'll tell you about it. The good one is, you know how if somebody's done a marathon? Oh, don't worry. They'll tell you about it.
And they'll even put a damn sticker on their car.
13.2.
26.2. 13.1.
The best one of that is 0.0.
Pretty funny.
I mean, it just totally makes all those dumbasses with the stickers look stupid.
I agree with you. Now, this is where the controversy comes in. Ray, this is coach pitch, 7-year-old baseball. And this is where I have lost all hope for society. I think people are idiots. I don't understand it. And I don't understand the point.
Yep. Don't know what you're talking about, but go.
So the Astros win their game. They're playing the next day. They get an email from the league.
Oranges and apple juice.
At 10:30 p.m. that night saying the coach of the Blue Jays has filed a protest.
Starts that young.
Because it says you guys only played with 8 players and he was not there. The 8th player was not there at the beginning of the game. So therefore, once he was inserted into the lineup, you were officially batting out of order the first time through the order.
Not getting political, but does protests ever work? I'll hang up and listen.
And
I was just talking about that one.
And the league said, can you tell us exactly what happened? So the Astros coach replied, said, yeah, man, we only have 9 players on our roster. One wasn't going to make it. One of them was late because they were caught in traffic. We started the game. So when he did show up in the 2nd inning, we inserted him in the lineup. That is exactly what happened. The league ruled in favor of the Blue Jays. The Astros were kicked out of the tournament.
Batter's Box. Hey, Batter's Box.
What up, everybody? It's Batter's Box here.
Hilarious. He loses the Niners in the Super Bowl, and then now this. Man, it's been a hell of a run for Batter's Box in 2024.
I don't understand.
He's going to lose more, too.
No.
He's going to lose Debo and Aiken.
Ayuk?
Yeah. I pronounce it different.
No. I don't get why you're filing a protest in 7-year-old coach pitch baseball. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Bro, these parents, you're finding out. Well, see, my dad was a coach and he was busy at his job. The people that are filing the protests got easy jobs. It ain't no dude that's a lawyer. Because guess what? There ain't a dad in America that's overly involved with his family if he's a lawyer. Am I off base in saying that?
Most lawyers are pretty freaking busy.
Thank you. I mean, as we can see, Murdoch had a damn secret life where he was funneling money, not paying clients, burrowing in his office, killed
doing
his
drugs.
own family. flying in strippers. But I would say lawyers, doctors, dude, not a lot of time. I got a doctor buddy, Bay's doctor, from when she had cancer.
Justin.
No, Justin's at Vandy Kids.
Oh.
Bazer's an adult. But the Dr. Unger, and he posts up with his family, and I think to myself, he actually has time for that's insane. You should see the list of stuff. Like you walk in, bonehead for Big Show, tell me something good for Big Show, couple joke segments, that's a day. Unger, breast reconstruction, breast revision, facelift, face tight. Dude, man, those people are busy, but they're not filing petitions. Ain't no way Dr. Unger is filing a petition at his kid's softball, baseball, t-ball. I'll hang up and listen. I got it right the third time.
There is no way I am ever going to file a protest at a 7-year-old baseball game.
But is it because you're not good at emails?
No, I don't give a damn. They're 7 years old. It's coach pitch. Who cares? Who cares enough that you are going to file a protest because you lost to a team with 8 players? They didn't even have 9 players, so they didn't even have all the spots on the field covered, and you couldn't hit the ball there. But you think it's so important that you are going to email the league and say, hey, due to the fact that the guy showed up late, therefore they batted out of order and should be disqualified from this tournament. And the league, entertained this and said, oh, you know what? Let's investigate this coach pitch game to see if this is what happened. And then when you found out that is what happened, that you actually said, you know what? You're right. The Astros are disqualified. I could understand if they said, hey, the Astros were using trash cans again. Then the league looks into it. Totally understand that.
Funny 4 years ago.
But the fact that they kicked 7-year-olds out of the tournament. So these kids celebrate their first win. They pour water on the coach. Everybody goes crazy. And
Juice boxes.
Everybody gets a free soda at the concession stand afterwards.
Coach is hitting on the MILF.
And the coach is in there giving a rah-rah speech. Kids, I'm so proud of you. You overcame the odds. We did it. We got our first win of the season. We will see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We're taking on the dreaded Yankees. But, guys, if you believe, then I believe, and we can win again. Hey, Astros on 3. 1, 2, 3, Astros! And then the kids go home, and they are celebrating with their families. They go for ice cream, and they're excited to see their teammates the next day.
Ice cream, I don't know if kids do that anymore, man. Now they go for, what are those, Takis?
Or they go for a cold brew coffee.
Yeah, Ray, now they're actually drinking at that age.
So they go home. They go to bed with the excitement that they're going to get to wear that jersey again the next day. And they wake up to a text from the coach that says, hey, season's over. We lost. We got kicked out of the tournament.
Good learning lesson. Man, not going to
How do you teach a 7-year-old, hey, man, sorry, we only had 8 players on our roster, 9 players on our roster, and we started the game at 5 o'clock, and someone couldn't make it until the second inning, and so they kicked you out of the tournament. So, A, you don't get closure with your team. You don't get to say, hey, man, good season. The season's just over. You took the win away from them. It's absolutely atrocious. People have lost their damn mind.
Right, but as your brother then talk to kids, explaining it to them?
Well, he doesn't see them because the team, you're not going to get them together to be like, hey, guys, so this is what happened.
He needs to individually go into their households and explain to them because they don't understand. They're kids.
So he needs to do like Nick Saban and go on the recruiting trail and be like, sit down in their living room with their family and be like, okay, guys, so here's the situation.
Can you imagine Batter's Box sitting down in their living room?
What up, everybody? It's Batter's Box.
So, guys, what happened is that every other team has 12, 13, 14 players, and they gave us 9 for the season, and they never moved any players over to our roster just in case someone was missing. We would have enough players. They never did that. They just said, hey, you're going to play the whole season with 9, so if you're missing people, you're kind of screwed. But go ahead and play, and then when you finally get a victory, the other team is going to file a effing protest. I mean, guys, it is 7-year-old coach pitch baseball. If you are the coach, if you're the coach of the Blue Jays and you're listening to this, you're a freaking loser.
They're not. Batter's Box, hey, he's got to admit, man, his math wasn't good. He miscalculated. Had one less guy.
No, he knew he had one less guy. What are you going to do?
It's on the coach. Man, Coach Batter's Box goes into their households. His shirt's untucked. He's unkempt. He's got a little notepad.
He's like the coach on Bad News Bears.
I only had 8 players, not 9. I'm sorry. I'm Batter's Box.
I shouldn't be surprised because when I'm coaching soccer, 3-year-old soccer, and we had a rainy week and we show up to the fields and one of the parents says, it's all muddy, and he looks at me and he goes, look at these field conditions. How do they expect them to play in this?
It's a wealthy part of town.
I said, damn, dude, they're 3-year-old soccer players. I was like, okay, you're just being dramatic. Like, you're an idiot. But I guess they're everywhere. These parents are everywhere. This is what I have to get used to. And I feel bad for those kids. I would never want my kid to play for the Blue Jays and whoever that coach is filing a protest. And if you're the parents of that team, are you like, oh, yeah, coach, you need to protest? Or are you like, hey, man, we lost, man. Like, we lost. We don't need to protest. Like, who cares? We lost. Season's over. Let's move on with our lives.
Batter's box fakes like a little kid. It's sad to hear, man. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry. Pass that along to Box.
You don't even think it's you think, oh, who cares?
They're so young, dude. It's tough for me to be interested in the story. If it was 14-year-old, maybe it made some news.
No, I get
this needs to make news.
No. If you're 14 and you're playing for something,
this needs to lead the first segment with L. Duncan.
Like if you're going to play, and you're going to get to go to a tournament, like if you win this tournament, you're going to go to another tournament when you're 14 and it actually means something, I get it. Coach pitch 7-year-old, you're not anything. It's just you're playing 4 teams. The winner gets a trophy or the winner is just named, hey, winner of the tournament. Who cares? You lost. So if you lost to a team with 7 players, aka 8 when the other one showed up, do you really think you're going on to win the championship? I highly doubt it.
Batter's box kids update, and we'll hang up and listen.
No, that was more of a society sucks lesson. Like I hate society. I hate stupid people. Society is going to hell.
I've already said it, hell in a handbasket. And I believe they said that the nuclear winter's coming in the next 60 years. So, but yeah, this is evidence of that. I wouldn't be that upset though. Not your kids, not
my kids, but just
not your playground.
I'm upset. Like I'm
like you got an old playground next door. Not my kids. I don't care. You got a park that's run down. I don't have kids. Who cares? Let's worry about the stuff that involve us. Isn't that in Houston?
No, it's in Austin.
Figure it out.
It's in Austin. It's sort of like the coach that the T-ball game when he stuck his little arm over the fence. He goes, Coach, it's 1:00. Our game's at 1:00. Tapping the watch. Like, dude, we're running 5 minutes late because the game before us. Like, relax. Like, why are people so out of control?
But you need another dude with you because he thought he could talk back to you.
Yeah, because he had an assistant coach standing next to him.
There you go.
I did the.
You need me and Justin standing there with you.
The youth sports culture,
the muscle, Ray,
is out of control.
No crap. All these stories you guys tell me, I'm like, I'm never having kids. I'm never having a family.
And you're never going to coach, and they're never going to play sports,
I'll
right?
hang up and listen. Because none of y'all going to have a professional kid, okay?
I mean,
I ain't going to have a professional kid. I'm good. I'm going to adopt an 18-year-old for 4 weeks until he graduates. Wish him the best of luck in college.
That's not bad.
My mom did it. It was a foster kid. It wasn't adoption, so he was our foster.
I thought he was a foreign exchange.
We had 2 foreign exchange students, but we had a foster kid. He beat up his dad with a baseball bat, came to our place.
Hold on. We'll take a break. Yeah. I want to hear about this. We'll be right back. You had a kid that beat his dad with a baseball bat?
Yeah, I think that was the case.
How was his swing?
Not funny, Coach. That happened 35 years ago.
Was the good launch angle?
I don't know. I think it was he had a loft or something. And he said his dad was drunk, climbed up there, tried to.
The kid was drunk or the dad was drunk?
The dad. The kid was in 7th or 8th grade.
Well, you got to give details. I don't know. He could have been in high school. Kids drink in high school.
Okay, so Batter's Box's kid's dad's brother's son was in Houston.
Okay,
sorry, my details weren't good. The kid had a baseball bat in the second loft of their house, and his dad was coming at him, and he hit him with it. And the dad went to jail, and in the process, they lost the kid. So, and my mom met him at church and said, well, instead of him going into the foster system, we'll just take him. And I guess it was allowed by law. I mean, there's no way he just came to our house. But he lived with us for a year, I think.
Really? And then what happened to him?
Oh, you can look him up. He has got a rap sheet. And I guess my mom sent him money. My sister goes, yeah, he hit her up on Facebook and said he needed $500. And my mom's like the kindest woman ever and gave him $500. I'm like, Mom, where do you think that went?
Hold on.
Where do you think that money went? I'll spell it to you. METH. That's where the money went. You can look him up online. Yeah, I mean, he's just got a rap sheet. So he after the baseball swing, he never stopped, it sounds like.
So you're telling me he came into your house and you guys weren't able to turn his life around? You weren't.
Oh, no, we turned his life around. My parents made him go to church 4 times a week. He had to study. One time my mom caught him out drinking. She was about to kill the kid. Not even her son. I mean, dude.
So wait. So your mom caught him out drinking. So when I asked who was drunk, you were like, "Oh my God, of course it was the dad." And you just proved my point.
No, good point. I was a little overreactive. Sorry, but I mean, my dad's 6'6", so he listened to my dad. My dad would have beat the crap out of him. But I mean, so he lived with us though.
Did he go to school with you?
Yeah, we all went to the same school together. But he made fun of us, thought I was a loser. Dude, I was one of the coolest kids in school, and he comes in and he's like, "Hey, you guys know Ray? How you guys think he's all cool? You should see him at his house. He's a worrywart and he does weird stuff." And I'm like, "Bro, why would you out me like that to all my friends?" And then they all look at me weird, and I was like, not popular anymore then. The kid that we took the shirt off our back for started making fun of me at school, and he'd be like, "You're a loser." He'd see me in the hall and call me a loser and stuff. It was the most bizarre thing ever. But he lived with us. And
did he share a room with you?
My point is this. Me and Baser are going to have a foster kid for a year, and then we're going to send him on his way.
So he moves out, right? After a year or whatever?
Yeah, because I think then his parents could get him back. They with the court system, or they proved that their marriage was better and they went to some counseling.
And did you stay in contact with him?
We did, because we moved though. So it was around the same time within the next year. Then we moved to Michigan. So we just never saw or heard it. But then because of Facebook, that's how we were able to keep in contact. And I learned about him and I can look up his name. And I was like, oh man, he looks the same, but he looks like he got involved with METH.
I am going to need the name.
Yeah.
And I know we're not going to say the name on here, but I want to look.
And the charges, it was, what was one of, he was at a laundromat. He would rob people and then he'd steal their cars. So stuff like that. But I think it was all drug related. So he just couldn't get away from the sticky stuff. Sadly.
So,
but if that dude ever hits me up on Facebook, "Hey man, can I get $500 for METH?" I'm going to say, "Dude, do you remember when you were an 8th grader and I was a 7th grader and I had these chicks that liked me and my friends were cool with me, and then they weren't impressionable because you were 18 or he was 8th, we were maybe 6th. They listened to everything he said and all he did was make fun of me. Football team made fun of me. Dude, this dude showers for 30 minutes. How weird." Every little idiosyncrasy I have, he outed me to every person. It was the weirdest thing ever. And then I'd go home to the dude. And it gets even weirder.
what was it like at home with him? Were you guys cool?
I mean, he taught us, we had never lifted weights, but we had a bench. We just never lifted. And he's like, "What are you pussies doing, man? Why aren't you guys lifting?" So, we'd come home at night and we'd start bench press. We never did it before. We just had it sitting there. And we go, "Oh, you can do that?" And he goes, "Yeah, dude, you just really clench your fists together, and that's how you do a bench press." So he taught us how to bench press. He taught us how to chew. We're up in the upstairs attic, dude. We're doing a chew, throwing up.
Dude,
it was the craziest year ever in so many different ways.
Your mom, your family dynamic is crazy, first of all. The fact that your mom just brings this kid home like The Blind Side, but it didn't turn out like The Blind Side. So you didn't get a movie. You didn't get a book deal.
It was the poor version of The Blind Side.
And it was the exact opposite. The Blind Side, he turns his life around. He goes to the NFL. He becomes this big success story. You guys bring this kid in, and he ends up in prison, in and out of prison, addicted to drugs.
But his grades improved. It wasn't a Blind Side type situation. We weren't trying to make a Disney movie. My mom was just keeping him away from his parents so that they didn't get another attic fight with the baseball bat.
I understand that. But then the fact that you had 2 foreign exchange students, I've never known anybody.
Bro, it gets crazier. One of the foreign exchange students paid a dude to do a drive-by shooting, and he shot at my family, and we got not investigated, whatever it's called. We had to meet with cops when I was in 3rd grade. And explained to cops that I was shot at. And I thought every time I was going to jail. But with that said,
hold on.
Hey,
where were the foreign exchange students from?
Germany.
Why?
They were from Germany. All right? And they tried to shoot at us. They were hot, though. What I remember is they were very attractive. But, dude,
Wait.
Adoption?
Yeah, they were chicks?
Stop!
They were
No,
chicks?
Yeah, they're both, the two chicks were foreign exchange students.
Wait, the chick had people shoot at your house?
Yes, because my parents were strict and would make her go to church. And so she told her friends in high school, you guys should shoot at this guy. Or in this family. He comes around with a gun, sawed-off shotgun, and shoots at us. Dude, so with all that said,
did they shoot out some windows?
yeah, out the window, but we had 3 acres, so the road really never went right next to our house, and there was bullet holes in the ground. It was a bad shot, and we all ran inside. So, but with all that said, me and Baser want to provide that same thing to a family and do foster care or foreign exchange students.
I have never known someone.
After all of that, after this, we still want to open our doors, but only for 1 year. And then get the hell out of my house and don't ever come back. But let me know how things go and don't ever end up on a jail website.
Man, I have never known someone to, bring a foreign exchange student to their house. Like, that is mind-blowing, baffling, the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. It doesn't happen as much anymore.
Like, where did you, like, how did that happen where you grew up? I don't even know how that happens.
Dude, my mom is just so smart. Like, there was no internet. So my mom...
Right, exactly. This is pre-internet.
Bro, they would send you a book, and you would get to pick the foreign exchange student that you wanted to come visit, who you thought... They would say, no pets. And we had nothing but pets, so we couldn't pick that person. We would pick out the foreign exchange student we wanted.
So it was like a mail-ordered foreign exchange student? She bought it out of a magazine, or was it through school, or was it through the church?
It was never through the church. It was just a booklet they would send, and you'd pick them out, and then they'd come over to America.
Out. And were they there for like a year, 2 years?
A year. It was always a year. The one chick, the second one, the first one, Inga and Silky. I don't remember Silky as much. We were young, but Inga
is the shooter
that hired the dude to shoot at us. She took over the whole basement. We used to go down there, play Nerf football. We'd play basketball, watch TV. Her room became the basement. And so as kids, we go, Mom, I understand Christianity and being nice, but she just took our whole rec room. And Inga just be down there having sex, thongs everywhere.
Did Inga go back to Germany, or did she stay in America?
They all do. They just...
Well, I didn't know if did she get arrested?
She didn't. It was hometown cops. Nobody got hit, so there's really never any charges or anything.
And did Inga live with you after the shooting, or did you kick her out immediately?
Remember, I was younger, so I mean, it's not. I'm not be able to do the details, just like you in the timeline, the dates, the text messages, the timeline, the screenshots. Housewives reference. I'm not gonna be able to do that, but I believe within months she was out of there. I mean, she had to go home.
Dude, drive-by shooting's scary. Like, there was one time, me and Forrest were in my front yard, and this girl, Nikki, drove by, and they stuck a gun out. And me and Forrest, I mean, I've never seen us scamper so fast. And they never pulled the trigger, but they were just, I don't know if she was trying to be funny or what. But let me tell you, it wasn't funny.
I'm just glad they don't happen anymore as much, right?
Have you ever watched the news?
Yeah.
I mean, they still happen, bud.
Yeah. I just feel like if people shoot now, they just shoot.
Well, I mean, I wish people just didn't shoot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, I mean, drive-by, non-drive-by, just shooting, like, it seems kind of crazy and bad idea. But yeah, I mean, I will never forget her sticking her left arm out the window with that gun and me seeing it and just like, just dive on the front porch.
Man, pull up.
Oh, they
She
pulled
pulled
up.
up.
She pulled up.
Pulled up.
And
She pulled up. You guys got out.
oh, we were out, dude. I mean, we may need to change our drawers, but like, I mean, that was scary as crap. I've never seen that happen before. I was like, yeah.
Try getting a sawed off pulled
Damn.
and shot at, bruh.
Hey, I didn't know we lived in Memphis, dude.
Yeah, man.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
Ray, the end of an era, man.
Update, upbeat bed or depressed bed?
Depressed bed.
Oh, well, then this one.
It appears that next year is the last year of Inside the NBA on TNT.
Well, Shaq and the boys?
Shaq, Charles, Kenny, and Ernie. No more.
It's pretty late, dude. Who wants to be doing a show at...
No.
I'm in bed at 5.
Not their choice. supposedly whatever station, NBC or ABC, whatever, they bought the rights to the NBA.
It's Caitlin Clark changing it, man.
I
It's
don't
going to
think-
be a WNBA pregame show.
But how sad is it that we're not going to have one of the best shows on television?
Well, they probably have a podcast you can follow them.
But it's not the same. What I
Dude,
like.
nothing's the same. Remember NBC? It used to have awesome Sunday night football games. Now we got Manning brothers dicking around. It's funny, but you know what? I want damn Sunday night football
Well,
back.
you can just turn to the other ESPN. Like, you don't have to go to ESPN 2 and
Freaking
watch.
now the new thing is having a game and 4 boxes with different guys from their houses zooming in, calling the game. And then NBA championship, instead of having the best voices in the game, bang! We have Doolittle and Doinky. Who are they?
Doris Burke and JJ Redick. Oh, my God.
There are women that do it good, but I cannot with Doris Burke. I just can't. I'm just not. It's maybe her voice. Her breakdown is fine. She ain't it.
I agree.
Hang up and listen.
But yeah, they announced that they sold, and so it's just going to be. And Ernie said he's not leaving TNT, so there's no way they can take the whole crew and just move it over there.
You know who's great? The girl that played for the Tennessee Vols.
Oh yeah, what is her name?
The other one just retired.
What is her name?
Candace Parker.
That's it.
She's great.
Fantastic.
I mean, she's better than all the dudes.
She is so good.
Because she didn't even play men's basketball, and she breaks it down better than the men that played men's basketball. It's fascinating.
Well, I don't think it takes a different. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. If you know basketball,
Different size ball.
but I think you're correct. Hey, great point. 3-point line may be closer.
It
I don't
is.
know. But I think they run the same concepts and the same like lingo, and they use the same terms. So I think if she played women's basketball, then I think she knows men. Like she can watch men's basketball and kind of break it down.
She's good, though.
She's very good to watch. She's very fun.
Speaking of that, what happened to Hurd? He die? He's got some new dude and a side chick.
Oh no, that's Jason McIntyre.
Oh, don't worry. Hurd got canceled today.
No, he didn't. Who's that girl? Whatever happened to the girl that was on there, Joy?
They all go off to do big things. She has her own show now.
Does she?
The one blonde chick,
Michelle Beadle?
Beetle, used to have the.
Where is she?
She kind of disappeared. I think she got semi-canceled, or they kind of.
She went to UTSA, man.
Right. They squeezed her out. She's very talented. It'll find something eventually, but for some reason, she's not on TV. And then there's the other blonde. I hate just saying blonde, but I can't remember their names. That was on there, but they all end up doing something. And Hurd, this is just a launching pad.
I mean, like, I think her name was Joy Taylor.
She was great. You know who's her brother?
Yes, Jason Taylor.
And is she dating Gonzalez or no? No, that went too deep on that.
I-
No. That's not true. That's not true. Her brother is Taylor. That's it. That's the end of the story.
That was it?
That's crazy that she's married, or her in her family is a tight end.
No, he wasn't a
for an
tight end,
NFL
man.
team.
No. Let me just. I don't think he was a tight end. I think he played defense.
And then I thought she was dating a tight end.
She attended Barry University. Did you know that?
No.
Where the hell is Barry University?
Where the hell is UTSA?
In San Antonio. Her brother is Jason Taylor.
Wait, where
defensive
the
end,
hell is MTSU?
out there in Murfreesboro, man.
You know, Baser went there. It's right outside of here. It's a pretty major school that goes to tournaments. I've never been on the campus or even been in that city.
I've been. I went to a women's college basketball game, MTSU versus UTSA, at the MTSU Blue Raider Stadium.
And it's a pretty massive school.
I don't know how big it is because Michaela Woods, who was my sister's best friend Kamika's daughter, was playing for UTSA, so I went to watch the game.
I mean, I believe they're going to have dudes come up there through baseball and then end up going to the league.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Joy Taylor was engaged to former NBA point guard Earl Watson,
Nailed it.
but the couple split in November 2019. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, Hurd, man. Hurd used to just do it all by himself, and I listened to him growing up. But then now he doesn't even have to work. He's got Jason McIntyre hosting.
Hey, you can take a day off, bro. You don't get vacation days?
Bro, I'm pretty sure Memorial Day's on Monday, bro. Why do you need the weekend
Probably because he
before?
wants to take an extra day so he can go on a 5-day vacation.
But we have the same vacations as Hurd because we're all on the network.
Right, but I'm saying maybe he took an extra day so he can get a good trip out of it instead of forcing it into a weekend. Maybe he wanted to leave a day early so he could beat the traffic.
Herd's got us though. He invented an alcohol. One thing we still haven't done.
Yeah.
Or merch.
Ray, I had told you, I know we need to do merch. I just don't know how to design merch. I don't know what looks good on merch.
We don't know how to do shit. We don't.
I do. I know how to post the pod.
We need to hire people. Everybody else is hiring except for us. Who do we have? Arnold.
What do you want to hire for? What do you want to hire someone for?
Social media, posting videos, creating content, giving us ideas.
How much you want to pay him that?
$1,000
for a year?
Yeah. Good luck, kid. More than I made as an intern for 2. And I'll hang up and listen again. That's how many great points I've had.
You have.
I deleted it.
No, you did not.
Crossed over.
All right, we got to do an email.
Oh. What was the new email? Oh, the iPhone. I want to do this as the new email. Just
Let me hear it.
Well, it's just the iPhone ring.
Okay. Hey, coachers, the Ray versus LeBron debate.
That means we got an email.
Well, that seems like we got a phone call.
It's an email.
We need to set up a voicemail.
We've done that. But guess what?
How do we get it?
How to do shit.
How do we get it? We have a voicemail?
It's just in the ether.
I don't know how to do it, but hey, coachers, the Ray versus LeBron debate is awesome. I hate to do this, but I got to side with 5'4" Sizzin. As long as you're not playing make it, take it, even with threes in play, you have to figure you get a minimum 35 shots. LeBron is cocky. He will jack up threes. Ray will get a long enough rebound, run to the corner, and knock it down like Ray Allen against the Spurs. I'll put $1 on it and hang up and listen. Joe from Sarasota. Joe from Sarasota, you drink too much. You obviously sent this when you were hammered. Because it doesn't matter if Ray gets the damn rebound. By the time he gets to the three-point line, guess what? LeBron's going to have his nuts in Ray's face.
But you guys don't understand the three-point stance. Any kid out there, if you're listening to this in your parents'
So you're going to put your hand down on the ground when you're playing basketball? That's the three-point stance.
Bro, three-point stance. They don't know if you're going to shoot it, you're going to pump fake it, or if you're going to dribble. And you can move all the way. That's how you create space.
Guess what? LeBron ain't worried about you dribbling it, son.
But LeBron is going to go up for 99 layups, and he's not going to be tired at all.
At all. At all.
Okay.
Ray, he goes up for 38 shots against the best athletes in the world, and he doesn't even get tired.
But the people that are confused, make it, take it. It's not make it, take it. If it was make it, take it, I get it. LeBron would win 199. I agree with that. But I'm saying if it's normal 2s and 1s, you got to make 1 point. You have 99 shots at it.
No, you're not going to get 99 shots off.
Say he misses.
He's never going to miss.
Right, but if he's going at me, I'm bodying him. He's going to take 99 body shots to his ass.
Right, you are like a mosquito to his ass. He won't even notice you're there. You're going to body him. You ain't bodying shit.
But you really think in your head, because I just wanted to know how dumb you are, that he's going to block 99 of my shots.
He could probably block 95 of them. The other 5 won't even, you won't even get it to the rim. Right. If you try to dribble, he'll steal it every time. And here's what's funny, is I got a text message from Cousin Andrew. And he said, dude, we had because my cousin used to do strength and conditioning for the Angels and the Rockies, so he was in the clubhouse.
This isn't the same argument. Baseball, soccer,
no, he said,
and football
dude,
are different. We
had the exact same argument like Ray versus LeBron, but in baseball. In a professional locker room, we're talking high A ball, we had a clubby in the clubhouse, a kid. He was 20 years old, 115 pounds, and 5'4". Great dude, not an athlete. Somehow he comes up, if he gets 100 at-bats against a big league pitcher and big league defense trying to get him out, does he get 1 hit? The locker room was split 50-50. He said it passionately. We argued about it for days upon days upon days. I was strongly on the side of absolutely not, and was just blown away by the number of professional baseball players who were like, sure, randomly it might happen, he can make contact and it could fall in for a base hit. Fun argument.
Fun. But here's the thing. The tennis argument that Bones says from The Big Show, that's different. Ain't nobody, it's 100-mile-an-hour serve, 130. Baseball, 100-mile-an-hour pitch, I say he doesn't get a hit.
There's no way he gets a hit.
I say Bones doesn't hit Roddick, which he doesn't. That's different. Basketball, the hoop goes up. You can throw it 100 feet in the air, and LeBron can't block it. The thing that basketball has that's different than soccer, baseball, and tennis is height. You can always go over LeBron. You can always go over him. And you get 100 attempts at it.
And then Cousin Andrew said, I maybe thought the funniest part was when Ray said, LeBron might get tired. He said, that's the funniest part of the argument.
I know it's not a comparison, but it would show you how possible it is to get some shots up against a Vandy guy. I know it's not LeBron and he can't jump like LeBron, but if I did it, I bet it would be 100. I would win against a Vandy guy, but he'd probably put up, let's say, 40. It would be 100 to 40. I'd score 1 point, but that would just prove that within 40 attempts I can get a shot or less. I against a Vandy guy, if I started 99
I just have
to
no
0,
idea how good a Vandy guy is because Vandy guys, they don't win very many games. So, but I don't watch Vandy basketball.
Well, people can't even land LeBron for interviews, and we're going to land him for a one-on-one versus season. We can't even land an interview.
And here's
much
the thing.
less LeBron for a season one-on-one.
Someone
99.
on Facebook was like, dude, you're telling me Ray couldn't beat someone at the end of an NBA bench? No, you can't.
No.
You understand that, like Brian, like he used Brian Scalabrine for an example. Like, you understand the guy on the end of the bench of the NBA is a phenomenal basketball player.
But it's not 1v1. It's the astronomical lead of 99 to 0 that makes this possible. It's not 1v1. LeBron would actually beat me 100 to nothing. But if you start with a lead of 99 to 0, able to throw shots over his head, you're going to get one. You get 100 attempts.
All right, email.
I rest my case.
Hit your email.
Oh, I didn't know if you liked it or loved it or hated it.
I pretty much hate it, but it's a phone call. It makes no sense.
There's truck drivers like reaching for their phones. Tugboaters just about run out of the river.
They better not be listening, reaching their phone.
They have room for error.
No, they can't talk and drive. Hey, put the phone down. X the text.
Tuggers?
The coaches, just listen to the Ray turns into sensitive Sally pod. Ray, you got to block out them haters and say F them, lunchbox style, and keep the dailyish pods coming. You already know I'm tuning in. P.S. I actually enjoy this pod more than the big show. Garco out. Who's Garco?
Do you know who's been listening as of late? Baser for some reason.
Really? Why?
I don't think it changes what I talk about. And there's definitely a couple of things, the times I've said. Well, you titled one of them Ray's New Bedroom Fetish.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'll see you later. Not awkward at all. But no, I guess she thinks it's fine.
Oh, here's one. Hey, sports genius. You are a sports genius, and soon you'll be talking to yourself into the mic. Ain't nobody staying around to listen to you, you piece of shit. That was from Edwin. All right, thanks, Edwin.
I think Edwin the Bear hits us on Insta, too.
Cool. This is from Eddie. Yo, lunch, laughing like a blanking animated cat while Ray tries to talk about scoring a point on LeBron is the biggest dickhead thing you can do. Slurring every effing word while you talk, but 666 as your fake ass laugh. I don't know how Ray puts up with you. No wonder Eddie left. Eddie Black. Okay, same guy. Thanks.
Do we have time for text with Justin?
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll do text from Justin right after this. What do you got?
I can't even read some of these. This is getting bad, dude. Can't read this crap. Oh, man. All right, I just got to tell myself in my head, Baser doesn't listen to this. So.
Here, let me hear it.
All right. I mean, it's bad. Heartbreak for Deshambia for having an orgasm on the 18th after Xander hits for birdie. That's what he said.
Okay.
Oh, man. And then a couple days later, I didn't text that. He goes, 2 tall boys and a double shot of bourbon on the rock. $22, moving to Chicago. He did some wedding in Michigan over the weekend. And I said I lived there for 2 years, thanks. And then I gave him kind of not a would you rather, but a version of it. I said, if you have one night with Olivia Dunn and Paul Skeens, but you have to wear protection and a butt plug, or neither, are you doing it?
What?
He said, the only thing I'm going to use Skeens for in that room is a camcorder. And I said, he'll punish you with a 100-mile-per-hour hammer. And you're the catcher. All right, and then, hold on. Now I'll do a next little version of something.
Oh, my gosh.
He said, I'm so drunk right now at the airport, I can't figure out if it's a man or a woman. And I said, look for the moose knuckle. And he said, hey, I need a losing bet, so I thought I would ask you. I don't feel like paying taxes this year. Do you have a loser for me? And it was after the Knicks just got out of the playoffs, and I texted Knicks. Oh, Don. All right, there's one more. One more. Oh, this is so bad.
Come on.
Hey, man, I'm joining a golf club league. We could make money. Are you in, or are you too busy planting pansies in your home? And then he said...
You didn't respond to that?
No, because he hit me with something else. He calls web girl Morgan webcam Morgan. I don't know why. And then
because it sounds funny.
Okay. And then he said, hey, this is after he was drunk. At 11 p.m. he said, hey, I was wondering if you like men. It's okay, man. I'm not going to judge. This is equivalent to you texting me at 6 a.m. Thanks.
What?
And this is how it ends, because I text him at 6 a.m. And so then the next day at 6 a.m. I said, it's 6 a.m. Kindly go yourself. That's how it ends, dude. It's how it ends.
You guys have some random ass sex.
So random. We just F with each other the whole time.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I'm worn out, dude.
Yeah, I'm worn out. Hey, dude, I'm worn out. I stayed up late. Let me tell you what I did. I mean, you had Survivor season finale plus game one of the Western Conference Finals, man. I was like, I mean, I had to watch. I watched the last 6 minutes of the second quarter because the first quarter I was putting the kids to bed, and then watched the 6 minutes of the second quarter. Then I DVR'd it, watched a little bit of Survivor. Then one of the kids woke up and had to poop, so the wife went and handled that. I watched a lot of the third quarter.
Handle that, help.
Then, with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, we went back to Survivor, watched the Survivor 3 hours, and the reunion afterwards. Then I watched the end of the game after that, so I was up till 12:30.
I don't know how you do it with the streaming services. I can't count on one hand the times.
I have cable, man.
Hey, oh, you do?
Yeah.
I've given up at times where I'd rather not even watch the TV. I was doing Fubo, Tubu, and YouTube TV. I couldn't figure out a movie the other day. Baser was out there tearing the ass out of the remote. 15 minutes later, we finally had the movie playing. I might be out on the streaming stuff. Dude, I'd rather just sit in silence instead of trying to click through all the stuff and figure out the TV. My TV in the garage, low-key flex. Bro, I hate going to YouTube TV so much because it's a 30-step process. I just leave it on Fox News. Whole time, all I do is watch protests when I'm in the garage. Doing the tub. I've seen every protest there is, man. Don't worry. I know all of them. All over the campuses, everything.
Which campus has the biggest protest?
All over the highways. Don't worry. If they're on the court steps, I've seen it. Dude, I've seen every protest in the past 2 months. I ain't changing the channel. It's staying on Fox News.
YouTube does make you go over to YouTube, then down to YouTube TV, then to log in, and then to, oh my God, man!
Oh, is this Laura? No, it's the lawn care guy. I mean, who the hell else is it? No, it's the guy breaking into our house. Like, it's Laura, and it isn't Laura. It's me. I don't even have an account. So, hell.
Oh, man.
That's it, dude.
All right, man. Everybody have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. All you soldiers out there, thank you.
That's not what it's about.
No, it's about the ones we lost.
Exactly.
The ones we lost.
And that's actually offensive because you're actually not the ones that are currently living. They get offended by that because it's no respect. It's not any respect for the ones that have passed in the past.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh.
I read that. So You can't even, it's actually not even proper to tell a service member, thank you for your service, because they are at mourning and doing a moment of remembrance for their brothers that have fallen.
Oh.
And your flag is supposed to go half mass and then full mass. And then at 3 p.m. on Monday is when that's the moment of remembrance.
Really?
Looked it up. Because, damn it, I want to know this weekend.
Wow.
So, Gramps.
So how did it turn into everybody going down to the river and just getting hammered?
I'm going to pour this one out for you on the board, man. Droop, 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 droop.
My headphones, I only got one ear.
Poured it out for you, Gramps.